Welcome back to another Inside the Show. I'm your host, Scuffy, alongside Cougs. And Cougs, it's like every episode right now. Let's just get straight to it, right? Get straight to it. We had Player of the Month revealed last week, and we have a lot of content that's going to be coming out, including Monday. Might be the biggest content drop that we get for a single day, which we'll get to later. But Cougs, let's get over this week. We got Player of the Month. We got Headliner last week. The Headliner was good. The Player of the Month cards were good, and we'll get more into it. But my God, of the content we got, you could build a whole new team by just all the cards that got released last week, right?
Yeah, and you know what? You're getting into the content, but I'm gonna stop you real quick, Scuffy. I gotta stop you. I know you're excited to talk about all this stuff, but we're not gonna just brush this under the rug. You finally did it. How does it feel?
It feels good. And I knew this was coming. I knew it was coming, but it feels good. If you don't know, I finally got my first 12-0 of the year. It took me almost 3 months into the game. I thought I was washed up. I thought I couldn't play this game anymore. I thought, why does people even listen to me on BR tips when I can't even get one flawless? That's how I felt. But finally, I was telling you just before, I think the switch from going to strike zone high to strike zone is the key on why I did good. And I don't know. It just clicked and we were able to get it done. I'm going to say it was rough. It was pretty rough to get there. I faced Jers on my 6-0 game. He's 5-time flawless. And then there was 2 other games I had to come back in extra innings, including the 11-0 game when it went to 5 innings. And let's just say the MLB gods were in my favor that game. Let's just say that. I'm not going to go more into it, but they were in my favor. And then the 12-0 game. You know what's weird? The 12-0 game sometimes, I feel like this is kind of weird saying, but 12-0 games like one of the more easiest games to win because sometimes you get matched up with someone that they're starting out with their run. Do you ever feel that way?
Like you get a guy who's like 0-0 or 1-0
Yeah,
or something like
0-0,
that.
yeah. So they just begin. So they're not like sometimes it's like supposed to be a Swiss format for BR. You're supposed to face, if you're 2-0, you're facing someone like 2-0 or 3-0, and as you move on. But this, I don't know. I got lucky in the last game. I hit 4 back-to-back home runs in my 12-0 game. Got the quit out, and finally got the flawless pack. I'm excited. I'm now nowhere broke in MLB The Show.
Yeah, well, didn't you get? I thought you got Acuna, right, as your 12?
Yeah, I got Acuna for my 12, and then I picked both lighter because they were more expensive. I sold all 3 of them, got up to 500K, and now I am prepping, which we'll talk about in a moment later on, is Team Affinity 3 exchanges. So I'm getting ready.
Yeah, smart man. Don't just throw it all to Mike Trout or whoever you're looking for. Smart man, keep that in the back pocket because we got a lot of stuff coming out that those stubs will be used very well for. So good stuff, man. I mean, congratulations.
I appreciate it. I hope there's more to come, I hope there's more to come. But let's get to the content. And it's funny that you brought up the Mike Trout, like don't spend it on Mike Trout. And the thing is, I'm not eager to get Mike Trout as much as I was last year or the previous years. And I was thinking that's because of the content that's been getting dropped. And one thing that happened last week is that new headliner that we just got, Cougs, and that's Ken Griffey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 1993 second half Ken Griffey Jr. I did not expect this. We got Mickey Mantle in a headliner before, and now we're going to get Ken Griffey Jr. And that card is sneaky. I mean, I think it's good. I heard mixed opinions, which I just didn't understand. But with the 110 power against righties, with his swing of his, that's a card that you could plug right into your outfield right now.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm the same. I heard mixed opinions about it, and I'm just thinking, what are people expecting? Like it's a 96 overall. This isn't the 99 Griffey. This isn't this isn't like the end game card that he's going to get. It's a 96.
No.
We got a mid diamond Griffey to have some fun with. It kind of reminded me of last year when they released the 98 Griffey as the home run derby collection reward. And people were underwhelmed because he had lower contact and stuff. I'm like, dude, Griffey's still going to get his 99, but this is still a fun Griffey to use in the meantime. So I was excited for it, man. When I saw that, I wasn't even planning on making a video that day, but as soon as I saw that, I got up and ran to my PS5.
And let me say, I love the card art. It's the Topps card from '93, and it's in the retro gray Mariners unis. I wish they brought those colors back, to be honest with you. The blue and yellow. I
Mhm.
think I like the teal. The teal is a great color for the Mariners, and it resembles more Griffey than, say, the blue and yellow. But I do love those blue and yellow. They sometimes wear the cream blue and yellow jerseys, but I'm getting off tangent. And like I said, this Griffey is a plug-in right away. And before that, we got Jason Dominguez, who we talked about with events. We got Ken Griffey, and we always got to bring it up. And we sound like a broken record. Parallel the cards. He'll be 115 power against righties. Who else has 115 power against righties?
Trout?
Offhand. Trout. Yes,
Does
sir.
he? That was a guess.
Yes. That was without parallel though.
Yeah. Base card.
But base card. But still, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't want to spend over 370, it kind of crashed a little bit with the market for Trout. I could go for maybe 96K and get that Griffey meanwhile, and then go from there. So,
Yeah,
but
and
yeah,
if you think about it, I mean, the amount of center fielders in the game right now, you've got Mike Trout, you've got Ken Griffey Jr., you've got Jason Dominguez, you've got that Mickey Mantle card, you've got Byron Buxton. Like, there's a ton of options. So, if, like you said, if you don't want Trout or you don't have Trout or don't have the stubs to get him right now, and if you're just looking for a guy in the interim, you may even like one of these guys better than Trout. There's a lot of options there. So, the variety for center field and just the outfield in a whole is really good right now.
yes, and it's only going to get better. It is.
Definitely.
It's only going to get better by next week.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but before we get to that, uh, so last week we had our predictions here, Cougs. I forgot who you thought it might be. What was it? Tani last week? You thought they might pull it?
For the
No, you
Lightning?
didn't say Tani for
No, I
Lightning.
said
Yeah,
I
who did
said
you say?
Schwarbs.
You did say Schwarber?
Yeah, I
You
said Schwarbs. I
both
said
said
I thought
Schwarber?
they were going to boost him up. I think they were going to give him the
Okay.
lefty stats that he needed, and
So we're both on the same page.
yeah,
See,
I'm
my,
feeling
my
good about
short-term memory is terrible. But yeah, we got Kyle Schwarber as a Lightning card, and they went against what they usually do, and like I said, they boosted up his lefties. He has 125 power against righties, 100 power against lefties. Cougs, it was a great day. It was a great day for just the community because how big Kyle Schwarber is for how he oh, let me rephrase that. It's how because Kyle Schwarber is such a big card in this community, whether it's his bronze card or his postseason card from previous, just because his swing is so good in this game. And now we have the ultimate end game type of card for Kyle Schwarber, and it's hey, I don't see him leaving my lineup probably anytime soon. And I'm thinking maybe even not until the finest drop, I could see him still be in my lineup. That's how good this card could be.
yeah, and he is good. Like, take it from somebody who's used him on Legend. He is good. He's not one of those cards that looks insane that you may do good with, you may not.
Mm.
He is everything that you wanted him to be. I mean, not obviously the hitting is going to be there, and like we said, they juiced up his numbers against lefties, which is awesome because I said it last week. Just for a player like this, just have some fun with it. I know
Mhm.
it's not the most realistic thing. If you really look at his stats against lefties, he probably doesn't really deserve the high power number that he got against lefties. But at the end of the day, man, if you got to boost that up a little bit to make this player of the month, Kyle Schwarber, usable for online play, just do it. Nobody's going to be mad at it. Like, people are going to have fun with it. And they gave him catcher secondary. They gave him gold fielding at his primary. Like, everything about him is awesome. And I'm with you. I really don't see, maybe with the exception of future stars Adley or something, I really
Yeah.
don't see him leaving my lineup. He's too good.
No, yeah, I agree. He's that good, and it brings more the video game aspect of it than the realistic aspect. This is a video game after all, so I like how they approach that. And not only that, Kooks, we're going to be able to have this particular card not just this year, but with them bringing back classics. This card is going to show up maybe not every year, but every other year, maybe this card is going to show up in the other versions of the game as long as Kyle Schwarber is still playing in the MLB. So that's another thing to look at. This is not just a win for this version of MLB show. This is a win for, my God, for future. I don't know. How old is Kyle Schwarber? I feel like he was a rookie in 2015, I think. So
I can find out right now. He'll be around for a
he's up
bit.
there.
He's
Yeah,
he's
he'll be
he's
around.
28. He'll be around for a bit, I
Yeah,
think.
he'll be out for a bit. So, and he's going to get paid next year. Let's just say that he's going
Yeah.
to get paid. But let's go to the rest of the cards. We'll go from the start to Kyle Schwarber, and we got Tyler Stevenson, 92 catcher. We got Charlie Martin, 93 pitcher. Tyler Glasnow, which I did not see coming. I didn't
Neither did
know
I.
how good Tyler Glasnow did. I thought he got hurt, to be honest with you. But we got 94. We got 94 Tommy Pham, who a lot of people don't like his moment. Luckily, myself and Cougs were able to get it done pretty quickly. Ryan Presley, 95 reliever. 95 Brian Reynolds. Even though I did not like his, everyone was getting on Tommy Pham for his moment. It was me for Brian Reynolds. It was the same thing, 6 total bases, but me and Brian Reynolds didn't mix. But I do love Brian Reynolds cards, so I plan to actually try this card out. And then probably my favorite, besides the Swarber, I don't know about you, Cougs, is the Jonathan Scope, the 95 overall. Actually, I gotta say it has to be for you too, because you've been a big Jonathan Scope advocate, especially since his 88 Player of Month card from the classic one that we got from last year. And we all know that Scope cards just play so good. So he's probably my second favorite. And then before that, after that, we got 95 Carlos Carrera. So solid bunch, if you ask me.
Yeah, I thought it was a really, really good program. I think there's a couple guys that you'll probably never see in like ranked seasons. Like, I don't think anybody's
Mhm.
going to be using the Stevenson, especially if you're going for Kyle Schwarber at the end of it. I don't know why you'd have Tyler Stevenson in your lineup. Same thing with Glasnow. Like, Tyler Glasnow is a cool player, but he's one of those guys where I feel like his card doesn't really mix well with the meta of the game. Ryan Presley, you probably won't see very much, but some of these hitters are really good. And honestly, we're talking about hitters. I think one of the most underrated cards is in this entire thing is the Charlie Morton, because if you look
Ooh.
at his pitch mix, he's got a sinker, he's got a cutter, he's got a splitter, which you can basically just use as a changeup if you can locate it with pinpoint. And then you got the
Hmm.
four seam, 99 break, 107 hits per nine. Like, he's actually not a bad budget card at all. So I think that card is definitely going under the radar for a lot of people. But yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. Jonathan Scope, Carlos Correa near the end of the program leading up to Schwarber, just a really solid bunch, a good mix of offense and, a decent pitcher in there. I think it's just a solid program. I really liked it. And I think they gave a 42 series pack in here as well. They might have even
Yes.
given two. I'm not sure, but the 42 series pack is always going to be a nice touch for people still working on their journey to Jackie Robinson. So overall, big W for me on this Player of the Month program for June.
Now, does it rival April?
Uh it rivals it. I would still say April. I don't know, man. It's hard because I think the Lightning is better without a doubt. The
Hmm.
Lightning Schwarber is better than Buxton, but
Hmm.
you just got to think of the excitement level for that first April program with Otani, with Vlad, with
Hmm.
Buxton, with all those guys. I really think there was just a lot of hype around that, and I think there was a lot of hype around this one too. But I just feel like there was a little bit of a different energy with the April one. But I think in terms of quality of the cards, obviously June is probably better.
Yeah, that's hard to compare because we're progressing within the game, like with the cards, because this card is going to be better than what we see in April. But I agree with you. April, I think overall, with the hype, like with the multiple cards, where it was kind of more Swarber because what news we got before the drop, and that was Team Affinity 3. Now we know what Team Affinity is 3 is. It's the All Star cards, and when it's coming on next Monday. So that's why I would say once we heard that announcement, we were kind of just excited for who's that lighting. Is it Swarber? If it's Swarber, it's going to be out of this world, which it was.
Yeah, it was good. And yeah, like you said, it's hard to compare the cards, especially when Buxton is a 95 at the end of the program. And in this one, we get a 95 just from being halfway done. Like, the cards are scaled, they're obviously going to be better as the year goes on. But in terms of the quality, they're both very good. So no complaints here at all.
Yeah, I'm same here, and it's not going to end for us for content. It really isn't. They kind of I didn't see this coming, to be honest with you. We were kind of talking. I think we ended last podcast saying that July has the possibility of being the biggest content drop for a month ever in Diamond Dynasty, and it's definitely shaping that way.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, just look at Monday before we get into more in depth with it. Monday is going to be probably one of the biggest drops we've seen. Team Affinity 3 is dropping. Not only that, we get a collection because of the All Star, which we'll get into, and then we get ranked seasons during the day. So we get 2 new legends there. Not new legends, but legend rewards. And then that night is Home Run Derby. And we also, what in 2019, we got the Home Run Derby cards where we got, last time we got Acuna, we got Jock, we got Pete, and then Vlad. So we expect maybe 4 cards from that as well. So that Monday, man, is just going to be filled, absolutely filled with just absolute content that we're going to want to play with right away. And it's going to be a fun day. It's going to definitely be, it's going to be just a fun 2 days because then we got the All-Star game afterwards. But still, there's a lot of content coming our way and it's going to start on that Monday.
Well, to be honest, it's actually going to start a little bit before that
That is true. Tomorrow?
because tomorrow, speaking of crazy good, new cards, powerful cards for the home run derby, the power of Kyle Schwarber. Tomorrow, Friday, we got the Moonshot event. And if you are unfamiliar with MLB The Show and its history, every year around the All-Star break, there is a event called the Moonshot event where you can only use common pitchers. So like I think they have it the minimum is 60 overall to 64, somewhere around there.
Yep.
And then I think the requirements for the hitters is they have to have like 80 power on both sides or something like that. So basically, big power hitters versus low overall pitchers that you can probably guess how those games are going to go. I don't know if it's going to be stadium locked or not, but basically a lot of home runs, a lot of frustration for some early swings and all that type of stuff. But we actually got a little bit of a tease on who some of these rewards for the Moonshot event are going to be. They
Mhm.
put up a image on their Twitter. It says the Moonshot event is a blast, but these 3 diamond player rewards will make it out of this world. So it's 3 diamond players. And on this image, they have another one of those teases where they have a couple stadiums layered on top of each other. The first one is Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Then you have the Oakland Coliseum. And then you have Petco Park. So we're assuming a Royal,
Mhm.
an A, and a Padre for the 3 Moonshot event rewards. And I'm curious to see if you have any predictions or guesses on who these guys are going to be.
Yes. So I was thinking about this before when it dropped. So for the Padres, I think it's Classico. For the Royals, I thought it could have been the player of month Mondesi from last year. Never know. They might bring that back. It could be a signature series Eric Hosmer. Or I don't see it being Soler. Or they bring back maybe it's not going to be a Juice Up Salvi. I don't think it's going to be George Brett. George Brett's not usually known for his power. So I'm going to, or if it's this Cougs, I'm going to be very excited. We finally get a Diamond Moose.
Yeah.
That's what
Now
I
you're
want.
speaking my language.
That's what I want. And then for the A's, I think it's either going to be 2 people, or actually, it could be 3. It could be Frank Thomas in his 2006 year. I think he had 39 home runs with the A's. It could be awards. We didn't get this card last year because it was always a hardware card, but we could get an MVP Jason Giambi awards card, or we could get say a Reggie Jackson A's card.
Okay.
So those are going to be my guesses right now.
Okay. I don't know if I have any real definitive guesses because I know it would fit with the theme to release power hitters, but sometimes that's not always the case. So
Mhm.
if I had to guess, I think like a postseason Moustakis. I really feel like that's going to be that Royals one. For the A's
Mhm.
one, I'm thinking they bring back the home run derby Cespedes card, the one that we got.
See, I'm going to cut you off right there. I don't want it because I need that second half Mets Cespedes card. Don't want it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, they
yeah.
could bring
Okay.
that back too.
I feel that. I feel that. And then for the Padres, I don't know. I'm a little stumped because I don't know which one of these 3 is probably going to be like a 99 or at least like a 97, 98, somewhere around there. If it's a 99 for the Padres, I think they would do Tony Gwynn. I don't know. It's weird because I know Tony Gwynn's not a power hitter, but I don't know if that means that he can't be it. I don't know. It's hard because it's just I don't remember what the Moonshot event rewards were last year.
I don't
But
remember either.
yeah, so I don't know. This one's a hard one for me to lock down because it could be a lot of different people, honestly.
Yeah, we'll find out. I'm going to stick with Ryan Klesko. I'm trying to think what he did. I'm trying to pull up his baseball
He had
reference. That's the only.
he doesn't he have a prime card already in the game? I
Does he?
forgot.
No, that was his gold card. He has a
Ryan
gold card.
Klesko? I might be thinking of last year.
You might be thinking last year. I mean, he hit with San Diego. He hit 30 home runs in 2001. And his OPS was 909, and it was an All-Star card. And it was an All-Star year. So All-Star Ryan Klesko. That's what I'm going to say from 2001.
Okay.
And he'll be like the first one, and then the second one maybe the Moose. I hope it's Moose, man. We never had a diamond like a boosted up Moose before.
Yeah, I know. I want it bad.
It would be so good. But yeah, that's gonna be. It's a lot of fun. Like you say, it could be frustrating at times, but it's gonna be a lot of fun to see be able to hit those dingers. And just fair warning, if you need a common pitcher cheat sheet, I did post one on my Twitter. I'll try to retweet it from our Inside the Show account as well. So just go Inside the Show PC and you'll find it there on the retweet. So I was like trying to look for like just pitchers that are used for the meta, like cutter, sinker, and high velo, and those are the pitchers I found. I mean, it might not even be useful. You're still going to give up dingers, but you know, the better chances of getting outs, though.
Yeah,
that'll help you out. So Coos, you ready? You ready to dive into this?
I hope so. I hope I am.
All right. What do you want to start out with? You want to go from? So we're going to dive into the Monday content. Do you want to start out?
Wait.
Oh,
we missed
I miss something already?
We missed something. We missed tomorrow's player program.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's player program is going to be a milestone card.
Yep.
And it looks like he was a runner-up MVP twice and lost to the same person twice. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be a milestone Billy Williams. So that could be a possibility. Some people were saying Larry Walker. I didn't really look into the Larry Walker speculation. I just see more people saying Billy Williams, so that could be a milestone. I see more Billy Williams being a player program than Larry Walker. We already got a diamond Larry Walker last Team Affinity for the flashback and legends. So I'm going to say it's Billy Williams.
Yeah, I think it'll be Williams too. Yeah. So
and he's not bad. I remember in 19. I loved using him. I loved using Bill Williams, Larry Doby, and I expect to try this out. Where do you think the overall is going to be around for these player room now, since we're in the fourth inning?
Probably around like a 94, 95, maybe somewhere around there, just because, you know, the Nelson Cruz from the Daily Moments evolution, I think he's like a 93, so
93,
we're about in that range, so it would make sense.
Okay. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Get you some more XP towards fourth inning if you didn't finish it yet or still grinding it. I mean, you still get remember, you get the 90-plus live series for one player if you do get the 650,000 XP there. So that'll give you more XP there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, all right, I think now we're ready.
Now we can comfortably go into this Monday content drop.
Now we could dig into it. Yeah, I just don't know where to start. That's the thing. Like, where do we start on this? Do we go with Team Affinity 3 right off the bat, or do we want to go with the Home Run Derby first? And then because that'll eliminate some cards that we think about for Team Affinity 3.
Yeah, let's do Home Run Derby. Let's do Home Run Derby.
Okay. So as we mentioned before in this earlier in the podcast, Home Run Derby content is coming this Monday, and that's pretty much, I say, about a half hour to an hour after the Home Run Derby is finished. The live content team pulls together. It looks like previous years we had 4 cards. We had cards from the semifinals and on. So I'm going to expect we get 4. Who knows? They might give us 8. You never know. This year they might do something a little bit different, but we should expect at least 4 cards from the Home Run Derby participants. And if you don't know who the participants, and Coos, I'm so jealous that you're going. We got Soto, we got Olsen, we got Trey Mancini, we got Gallo, we got Trevor Story, we got Pete, and of course we got Atani. What a freaking lineup that is for Home Run Derby on Monday.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Like at first, obviously, I was going to be excited for Otani regardless, but as the participants started to come out, I was like, all right, this should be an okay derby. And then the last three were three of the biggest guys that I wanted to see. I really wanted to see Olson. I felt like Olson
Mm.
was gonna destroy balls at Coors, so I'm happy to see he's in it. Gallo finally said yes, so Gallo is in it, and then the last one, of course, Juan Soto, which I think I could be wrong, but I think Juan Soto said he was gonna do lefty lefty. I think he was gonna hit off a lefty for
No, no, you
his
said he's hitting off Kevin Long, his
somebody.
hitting
Yeah,
coach.
I like I said, I could be wrong. I thought somebody
Yeah.
said that he was hitting lefty, but either way, having those lefties at Coors Field with that altitude is going to be ridiculous. The sounds coming off of
And
those bats, oh, it's going to be lovely.
and they said they're not putting the balls in like the humidifier or something like that to make it even the ball travel even further or something like that. Something I heard something about that. But yeah, once I think Olson's very underrated pick, and I think he can actually win it all.
Yeah. I
I
said
really do.
in my stream, I think he was. I mean, it's hard to really say who's a dark horse because we know all of
Uh,
these guys can mash, but Olson, I think, will go under the radar.
I can't wait to see Gallo either. I just want to see how far Gallo's going to hit it.
Mhm.
Like how like what do you think is going to be the farthest home run that we're
Oh,
going to see
there's gonna be. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say multiple over 500 feet. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna say 5 over 500 feet at least.
Yeah, I was I'll add say about 3 more, 8. I'm gonna put 8 there. Gonna put it because I want to see it. I want to see someone hit the triple deck on for a lefty because I believe they have 3 decks up there. I think someone
Yeah.
could do it. So, and then Pete, I'm hoping Pete could hit the scoreboard.
Oh
So
yeah, with the yeah. Please, Pete. Come on, man. You can do it. Here's your chance, dude.
I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. But like I said, we should get 4 cards out of there. Now, if you had to pick any 4 that you want to see home run derby cards from those participants, who would you want?
Um. Well, okay. I would love to see Otani, obviously, but they would probably make him like position player, like they did with his player of the month. I don't know if they're going to give him pitching stats for that. But either way, I love Otani's swing in the game anyway. So I'm gonna go Otani. Um,
Okay.
I mean, I'd probably go Gallo just because I would love to see Joey Gallo play at the higher levels again. Um,
Hmm.
we already got a Trevor Story, so I'm gonna say no on him. Uh, I would, I want to say Trey Mancini, but I am horrible with Trey Mancini cards. So
Really?
yeah, I'm bad. It's
Oh, I
really bad.
love his cards. He's one of my 4. So
Yeah, that gold one, I've picked him up a couple times in BR. I have to put him at the bottom of my order. He just doesn't get it done for me. But I love the guy, love his story.
uh,
So yeah, I'll probably go Otani, Gallo. Uh, I don't really care about Salvi now that Schwarber's in there. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go Otani, Gallo, Olson. Even
hmm
though there might be a little bit of a issue there, and then let's go Pete. Just get a right-handed power bat in there too.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm going Massini because I love his cards. Absolutely love his cards. Because I'm saying Massini because I'm hoping Olsen gets Team Affinity 3. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to do Massini there, Gallo, Atani, and then I got to be a homer, of course. I'm going to be rooting for Pete no matter what. So Pete for that. I always liked Pete's home run derby card from was that last year? Oh, there was 2
Uh
home run derby
yeah,
cards. I
yeah.
liked the one last year. I didn't really. Yeah, I did use the one from 19. I wasn't sure if I used that in ESL too. But I don't know. Anytime I see something with Gallo, and we talked about this last week with anything like All Star base, it just reminds me of his '96 All Star card and how hyped up the community was waiting for that to be released that night to see that '96 Diamond Gallo card. But yeah, also I do want to point out they might do something within the game where you get to pick who you want to win, and then if you win, you get something either stubs. I forgot how they did it in 19. Didn't they do something like that? Like you get to
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah. They did a like a prediction sort of thing. Yeah.
So that they might still do that. So be on the lookout. That'll be it'll probably give you like a day or the weekend to do that, and then we'll see who wins. But yeah, so we have the home run derby cards. Before that, we got ranked seasons. We got two new legend. Not two. I keep saying two new legends. I say it's two new rewards that are legends. So we'll see who got there. I don't even know any predictions I could do. I'm gonna say Billy Wagner. Well, no, he was a World Series reward last year, so he wouldn't.
And his 91 was a flawless this year
Yeah,
already.
so he wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't be the case. He might be a program this year then. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's gonna be something good
I
because
just hope
we're
we
in the
get a
99 stages.
I just hope we get a solid right-handed pitcher. Like
Okay, to
the
balance
only
it
guy
out.
out there is Edward. I haven't faced Christy Mathewson yet, but just give me a Pedro, give me I don't know. It's gonna be a legend, so you could probably think of a million right-handed starters, but just give me some good right-handed starter to use in ranks, please.
Maddox was a program last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're doing Maddox there.
No, yeah, no, he was sixth inning. I think he was with Jimmy Rollins.
Yeah, he was a program last year, so maybe Maddox. I mean, he doesn't have the velo, but his signature series last year had 95, and pinpoint's going to be crazy with them.
Yeah, still though, I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I'll give him a shot, obviously, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see come Monday, and then let's get to, I guess, the main event for Monday, and that's going to be Team Affinity 3. Like we said, we got the announcement last week, um, just out of nowhere, saying that All-Star cards are going to be Team Infinity 3, and not only that, it's going to drop on Monday as well. So what does that mean? We're going to get a card from each team, and each team has a representative of for the All-Star game, and they're going, if they have multiple, they're just going to choose one out of whoever from that team. And Cougs, it's going to be a fun, interesting, and exciting drop while we're at it. And I, I just don't even know where to start with this. Like, I know for the Mets, DeGrom's the only one we made it. And if these are going to be 97 to 99 cards, we're basically maybe getting a finest DeGrom midseason.
Kind of crazy when you think about it. Maybe, hey, maybe we don't need a right-handed starter out of
No,
ranked
that's
seasons.
yeah.
Maybe we don't. We could get. Well, we're already getting Kevin Gausman from the Giants. Like we're getting
Mhm.
him too. So you throw Degrom in there. We don't know the overalls yet. They've held off on showing that, but dude, there could be some really really good ones. So, are there any in particular? Because I mean, we don't have to go through every single team. A lot of
No,
them only have one, and you can kind of narrow down a lot of them. But are there any like two or three that you are really excited about?
me personally, I love Mike Zunino's cards. I know we just got Schwarber, and I know a botched Zunino's name is just a meme for me. But Mike Zunino's the only raise that made the team, and I, I can't wait to see what his card is made of. I hope they. I know this might not be the case, but I kind of want a Tio card, Tio Hernandez card over Vlad, because I love Tiesca Hernandez cards. And I know there's a possibility where he might get a Silver Slugger from last year, but still, I love a Teal card. And from the NL, I'm trying to think for the NL. Oh, you know who might be underrated? Gregory Soto, the left-hander reliever for the Tigers. I love his bronze card for BR. He has a nice sinker, and I don't know, he always delivers for me. So I love to see what a diamond card would do for him. From the NL, I kind of want to see what a Chris Bryant would be besides getting his MVP awards card like we have been getting for the past years. So I kind of want to see what that's going to look like. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, everyone else, we kind of already had a glimpse of what type of card they will have. Maybe a Mark Melan. I'm kind of going with relievers here. Maybe a diamond Mark Melanson card. That's up there. I don't know, Kooks. It's kind of hard because we already seen what these end game type of cards. A Trey Turner All Star card would be nice. I don't think we're getting Kyle Schwarber, so I think we'll get a Trey Turner card. So maybe Trey Turner for the NL for me.
Okay. I like those picks. Those are
Yeah.
solid. Um, Obviously, I mean, with the potential for Shohei Otani to get All-Star Game MVP or
Mhm.
home run derby, whatever, I think him getting a Team Affinity 3 card is very unlikely. So if I have to go with my bias here, I'm pretty stoked to get a Jared Walsh Team Affinity 3 card. I think Walsh would be fun to use. Hopefully he goes diamond in the roster update as well. Um, I don't think Vlad's going to get the Team Affinity 3. I think they're going to give it to like Bo or like you said, Teoscar or a guy like that.
Mhm.
Um, Trying to think some of the other ones. I know we already have. Actually, no, we already got Rafael Devers released as the Red
Yeah.
Sox. I was gonna say like another JD card would be pretty sick. Um, Trying to think what guys I was.
Garcia.
Huh?
Garcia from the Texas Rangers, even better card than his tops now, maybe.
Yeah, that I mean, depending on what happens
Oh,
with
no.
Gallo.
No, 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 no. Kyle Gibson. You want a Kyle Gibson Rangers card, trust me.
Yeah.
His card has always been good. Have you not used him in BR?
No, not in BR.
You're doing it wrong.
I don't know if I've ever seen him.
Yeah, he's a silver now, but he was a bronze beforehand, and he was a stud. Yeah, Kyle Gibson. You want a Kyle Gibson card. I'll just put out that. I'm not even going to give you the logistics of it. You just want a Kyle Gibson card. So
All right.
let's pray, and hopefully, the content team does that.
Fair enough. Another guy that would be awesome to get is the so the lone guy on the worst team in baseball, Eduardo Escobar. In years past, never really did that good with him, but this year, for some reason, I am smashing it with that tops now card. So Escobar, curious to see what he's going to look like if he has a similar type of card to the tops now. He's going to be a stud. And yeah, I mean, overall, most of the guys you mentioned are kind of on my list too. The Gregory Soto has the potential to be one of the best lefties in the game for the rest of the year. Um, yeah, I don't know. See, is Arenado the only Cardinal, or no?
Uh,
Alex Reyes
I'm
is
looking.
in too.
Yeah, Alex
So
Reyes is going to get it.
yeah,
Alex Reyes is 20 out of 20 in save opportunities. He's still a bronze.
yeah. No, he's a stud, and they're doing him dirty in the updates for sure. So there's a lot of good. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, what's going to be an interesting one? If they don't do, like, say, a Muncy and Mookie Betts, a Chris Taylor one, where he could play pretty much everywhere. It'll be like, you remember the Hernandez card?
The
The
Kike?
tops, yeah, from last year? Chris Taylor could be that type of card this year
Yeah.
for his All-Star card.
Yeah, no, and he's always like, I'm always totally cool with picking him up in a BR draft too. He's just underrated. I like his swing. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities for some good cards. And there's going to be some that are going to be better than others, but at the end of the day, like every team getting a high diamond at this point in the year with the potential for some of these players to be insane. DeGrom, like a Jared Walsh, Gregory Soto, Escobar, like I said, all these cards could be just sick. So I'm curious to see what they do. I'm curious if there's any issues that come up, like dude, what if Shohei Otani wins the All-Star Game MVP and the home run derby? Like, what if that happens? It could. It could very well happen. What do they do at that point with the cards? Do they give Otani another one? Do they give him 2 in 1 week? Like, who knows what's going to happen? So I'm more curious to see what type of roadblocks they run into if some of these events kind of cross over into each other. So we'll see what happens. But either way, like you said, Monday is going to be insane. And you want to know what's great? I'm not even going to be home for it. I'm going to be there, and I'm not even going to be able to experience it when it comes out.
It's fine. Yeah, I think you'd rather be there.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
What would be fun? What would be fun if they had like a war room, like of the live content team while they're doing this, watching the game, and then just try and figure it out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you just tune in and stream like, well, okay, what do we do here now? And then because I when we had Tips on, he said that's probably one of his most fun time he had is do that live content at the Home Run Derby All-Star Game. So it'd be kind of cool just to see what they go. What else would have been interesting? What if a tiny like Trout was the only angel that made it? What do you do then? That's a roadblock you got to think of. It will never happen because there's always multiple angels because with Otani and now Jared Walsh. But Just imagine that happen. Just one Mike Trout.
Yeah. Um,
How you
and
combat
that's,
that?
I mean, that's basically the issue they've run into with the Mets. You know, Degrom. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah,
obviously,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
obviously, Pete is gonna probably get the home run derby card. Even if he doesn't win, he'll get a flashback one.
Mhm.
And you know that's just kind of an issue they run into if they kind of handcuff themselves to a very specific group of cards for a full 30 cards for Team Affinity. Like this, at some point, you know, they just got to deal with stuff like this, and you know, we'll see what they do. I mean, to be honest, I don't think people would complain about a free Mike Trout. I don't think people would be
No,
upset
no, no
about that
one
at
would.
all.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
just be, it's one of those things where at that point, I wonder if they even release like a 99 Mike Trout by the end of the year, if that might be his best. So who
Mhm.
knows? Yeah, it's just, it's part of the territory when you kind of force a certain type of content all at once. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. And it's something new, so I can't wait. And I like how they're doing something different. And to be honest with you, we got a new collection for this too. If we didn't even mention this, we're going to get, if for the All Star collection, we got a 99 Prince Fielder home run derby card. And I remember that home run derby perfectly. It was at Kauffman Stadium, and he was a monster. He was hitting balls that I'd never seen balls hit or just in Kauffman Stadium. So that's going to be fun to see.
Mhm. I wonder how he's going to stack up to like David Ortiz or Eddie
Has to be
Murray.
125 power both ways, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Well, I'm curious to see what the contact's going to be because
Okay.
David Ortiz has high contact against righties. I don't remember what his numbers against lefties are, but he's got like, I feel like he's got a good enough swing to compete lefty lefty. So I'm curious to see if
Hmm.
Prince will do the same. When I did use Prince, his World Series reward in the first ranked season, I used him a couple times. I liked his swing. I thought his stance was good. I was enjoying his card. So if this Prince card turns out to be a stud, I don't know, man. David Ortiz, he could be counting his days. We'll see what happens. But I think it's a good card to release as like the All Star collection. I think Prince is. I don't know if this is right, but I think he's the only guy to win it for an American League team and a National League team. Correct?
I didn't know that.
Didn't he win it
That
for
could
the
be a
Brewers
possibility.
and the
Oh,
Tigers?
let's see. Prince Fielder home run derby.
Pretty
He
sure
won
he
it.
is.
He won the he won it 2009 with the Tigers. I mean the Brewers, and then 2012 with the Tigers.
Yep. And I
You were
think
right.
he's the only
That's pretty
player
dope.
to do that. And I don't think Cespedes. I think Cespedes won both
No,
of
Cesar only
his.
won. Yeah, he only won. I thought Cesar only won one. Did he win? No, he did win two.
Yeah.
He won. He won with the A's, and I think one with the Tigers. I could be wrong.
Cespedes
No,
home run
or
derby. Yeah, I
or
don't know.
Boston.
I thought he did.
I thought he won two too. I just find it ironic that he won his at City Field and then became a Met
Yeah,
a
perfect.
couple years later. Um, but yeah, so it's going to be fun. I now the question is this going to be Prince's endgame card? Like, this is it?
Yeah, I think it will be.
I think so too.
Yeah,
You
especially if
know,
it's a 99. You're not unless you give him like a prime or like something from one season or something like that. You're
mhm.
probably not going to get much better.
Yeah, probably not. You
And
know
I
what
don't even
card
know
I
if it's
missed from the
worth wasting another content slot for a card that already has a 99 sort of thing. You know?
exactly? You know what card I missed from last year from Home Run Derby is that Garrett Anderson card. That was
Yeah,
one of my favorite
underrated.
cards to use in BR. Oh my god, I hit over 600 with that card. That card was so good, so good. And but yeah, now going back to that tease with the original tease with the Mo collection. Do we have anything that signified either the Tigers or Brewers in that? No, right?
For what?
Remember the Mo tease where we had the 5 different stadiums?
Yeah,
Do we have anything that signified either the Tigers or
I
the
think
Brewers?
I think the Rangers were on there, but
I mean, that's kind of weird, man,
yeah.
because it's not a Rangers card. That's what I thought too.
No, yeah, I don't think that Mo thing has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't either. That kind of puts that behind. Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, that's like Cougs. I don't even know where to go from here because there's so much to look forward to, and there's going to be so much to grind come next week. So it's going to be a lot of fun for the community. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what cards are going to come out, whether it's Team Affinity 3, Home Run Derby cards, and we didn't even discuss it. We're going to get All Star cards too.
Yeah.
So whoever gets the MVP, I think we discussed it last week. I think the winning team, which is usually the AL, let's just be honest, they received 4 cards last time, and then the NL received 2. So maybe we'll see anything from 4 to 6 cards for the All Star game. I'm still curious. They didn't put it on the schedule, but I was kind of curious if they'll do anything for like the future star game, since now we do have all minors in the game. I've been thinking it'd be kind of cool. Whoever gets MVP of that game, if we don't have a future star card of that particular player, they could release that future star card to celebrate his MVP. Maybe they could do that.
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. I don't know, because remember, this was 2 years ago. This wasn't even last year because they didn't
Yeah.
have the All Star game last year. So they may be willing to go even crazier with the content. They may be willing to give out 8 cards. So who knows what's going to happen? Whatever they do with this, I think it's, other than them running into roadblocks and overlapping other content, I don't really feel like there's a way they can mess this up. So whatever they do, I
No.
think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we get the MLB draft next week too.
I think that's on
I know
Sunday.
we're not going. I'm not. Is that this Sunday?
Yeah, I
That's
think
on
it's a
the
couple days
11th,
from
right?
now. 'Cause I think it's
Yeah, I
in
think it's on the
Colorado
11th.
with everything. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That'd be dope if they could get their rights of the players after they sign them. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're going to get a Jack Leiter card next week.
Oh man, give me a Kumar.
Kumar Rocker, yeah. There's a lot of good players out there, man. But yeah, it's funny. I'm kind of more invested into the prospects this year. The MLB has done. I'd say it's more MLB and ESPN because of college baseball done a
Mhm.
good job of getting to know the prospects for MLB, because I think that's the one. Well, probably that and NHL are probably the one sport that, like, I don't really know anyone that's going to be drafted. Where the NFL, NBA, you kind of front and centered.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So Cougs, what you? So going to? So how's your trip planned? You going Sunday? You going to go see the Home Run Derby? You got anything else lined up, or are you just going to take it as it
Um.
come? And
Yeah. No, I've never been to Denver. I've never been to Colorado. So I fly in on Sunday morning, or I get there like Sunday afternoon. Um. So I'll check into the Airbnb with Kyle, Adam, Shelfie, and Fuzzy. We'll probably get dinner that night. Maybe explore a little bit. Of course, Monday is the Derby. We'll probably get there early to check
Mhm.
out the stadium because I don't know about any of them, but I've never been to Coors Field, so I want to walk around the stadium, get some different angles, and just kind of take it all in. And I'm only going for the Derby, so I'll be back. I'll be back home by the time the All Star game even starts. So yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a quick trip, but it's going to be exciting. It'll be nice to get away for a day or two just to enjoy baseball, enjoy this event. And I mean, one of the reasons I'm only going to the Derby is because um, I've been to the All Star game in 2019 and 2018, along with the Derby for both of those years. And the Derby, in my opinion, is way more fun than the All Star game. Obviously, in the game, you get to see the best of the best go at it. In a baseball game, it's great. But the Derby is unlike anything else. It's just, it's the most exciting part of baseball, just over and over and over and over and over again in one night. And it's just a lot of fun seeing the star power all in the field together, like hyping up the hitters, and the atmosphere is different. It's a crazy experience. If you ever have the opportunity to go to a home run derby, please take it. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be one of the coolest events you'll go to. So I'm just looking forward to it, man. Been grinding a lot, so I'm looking to have a good time.
Yeah, it's going. And with that lineup, it's going to be a lot of fun. I
Should
can
be a blast.
imagine.
Yeah.
So, who you got for winning it?
Otani,
Oh
come
yeah,
on,
you got Tani. That's easy. Yeah,
come
I
on.
shouldn't even ask that. I already knew the answer for that.
Otani with the dark horse being Olson.
So Otani versus Olsen in the finals. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Both of our boys might match up in the semis. We got Otani versus Pete.
See,
So
with what Pete did after the Vlad round, or after the Jock round or whatever, what he did after Vlad was gassed, he just
mm,
kind of snuck in there
yeah,
and be like, "Oh, I still got it in
he
the
kind of
tank."
did.
Yeah.
Vlad had the greatest performance in a home run derby ever, and he didn't win it. Unfortunately, he
Yeah.
deserved to win it.
I think he
I'm
he
not
have
gonna
like
lie.
92 home runs or something crazy.
Yep, yep. It was the round between him and Jock Pearson. I will never forget.
Yeah.
And I think I streamed that night, and that was like one of the funnest streams I ever had because we were just in awe of just watching it back and forth. And yeah, I can't wait to watch. I'm pretty much just more looking forward towards the home run derby than I am in the All Star game. And it's funny because it's definitely the best fest, uh, festivity I would say for any All Star game. I think it's better than the slam dunk, and
Mhm.
I mean the NFL doesn't. They do like side things like targets. It's not up to par,
It's nothing compared to the home run
and you
derby.
get more star power. I mean, you used to get the star power in the dunk contest, but you don't really get that anymore. But you get the more star power in the home run derby each year in and out. So,
Yeah.
oh man, yeah, I'm so jealous. It's gonna be flying that stadium. The stadium's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I just want to know how. Well, we already kind of went over this, but I want to see how many people hit the scoreboard. I want to see if anyone gets close of hitting it out because what they're doing to the balls. But let me see at least one ball that's hit over 550. That's pushing it.
550?
550. That's pushing it. No one's going to do it. But if someone does it, I'll be like, "Look, I told you so." It's 0%. I'm just saying, if it does happen, I'm just gonna be like, "I told you so."
If somebody goes 550, I will gift you 5 subs in your Twitch chat next time you're live.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. All right, so we'll be back here next week to talk about all Team Affinity 3. We'll be talking about Home Run Derby All-Star Game, just like we are now, and all that content. What cards you should be grinding for, what cards we like so far, and a lot more. So, Cougs, I'm going to say have a great trip. Enjoy the Home Run Derby. Enjoy all the festivities for those 2 days. And then, of course, the grinding of all the MLB show content, which we'll get on Monday. For all of our listeners, thank you guys for listening today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. We're at Inside the Show PC. Once again, Inside the Show PC. We're also on YouTube, if you're watching here now, youtube.com/Inside the Show. Once again, youtube.com/Inside the Show. I'm at twitter.com/ScuffyMeGTV. Kooks is at Kooks46. We'll catch you guys next time on Inside the Show. Have fun grinding. Peace.